In this video, we'll see how to access your virtual private server without having to specify a password. To do so, we're going to create a public key private key pair. So I've opened up PowerShell. If you're on the Mac, you can use terminal. All the commands will be just exactly the same. So I'm going to start off with SSH keygen. SSH-keygen. And it will say it's going to create this public key private key pair. I'm going to put it in the default, which is just going to be my home directory .ssh and then IDRSA. So I will hit enter to accept the default. Wants to use a passphrase here, so whatever that is, you'd have to type it every time that you want to have access to this key pair. So for convenience sake, I'm going to leave that blank then both times. So now I've created that public key private key pair. I should be able to change directories now to the newly created SSH directory. And I've got my private key IDRSA and my public key IDRSA.pub. So let's just take a look at that. CAT IDRSA pub, and that is the key. This is randomly generated string of characters that we will use to be able to authenticate. Now, we've got to get this up to our server, so I'm going to start off by copying that. And now, I'll go ahead and come back to my home folder. Now I'm going to go ahead and log in with my username and password to the server so that I can get this public key up there. So that will be SSH student at, oh, better remember what my IP address is. It is 13.89.50.27. Here, do I want to continue? Yes. Asking me for the password. With any luck, that will be the last time I have to type that password. Okay, so now I'm connected onto my server, and I need to go into the SSH directory on this computer. So it should be my home directory. Let me just go ahead and do an ls-al to show all folders, including hidden ones. And I do have the SSH folder here. So I will change directories into that. And we'll take a look and see what's here. And we have just the one file, authorized keys. Now that's probably empty since we've just barely created this system. So I'm going to go ahead and edit it. I'm going to use the built-in editor called Nano. And all I need to do is paste that public key right here. So I'm going to right-click, and that should paste by itself. And so there is that key now here in this file. I will exit out of this. So Control X. Do you want to save the changes? Yes. And save over the old file. So that's it. That should give me the ability to log in. So let me go ahead and exit from here. So now I'm back at PowerShell, and I will just SSH again, but this time, hopefully, and I'm specifying my username as well as the IP address, and hopefully this time it will try to authenticate using that public key and private key, and so it did not prompt me for the password. So I have successfully configured this to be able to log in without specifying the password.